The ROI on email marketing is around 36 to 40 according to sources like OmniSend. That means for every $1 you spend on email marketing, you make $36 or $40 back. The reason email marketing works so well is because we have a built-in consistency bias. Dr. Robert Cialdini talked about this in his legendary book, Influence. We have something in our brains called a consistency bias. This means we want to be consistent with past behaviors. And the reason email marketing works so well is because it plays upon that bias. Once you opt into an email list, you make a commitment and you want to stay consistent with it. I think about it sometimes as like going on a third or fourth date. How do you end up on an email list? You have to consume content or look at ads, and then you have to click to an opt-in page. Then you have to put your email in. Then you have to click your email to confirm that you want to be on the list. Then you have to open the emails, etc., etc. So it's almost like you're in a long-term relationship, digitally, of course, because you've done so many activities over and over again that reinforce the idea of a relationship. And this is what makes email so powerful. If you go on a first date with somebody, there's probably like an okay chance you'll go on a second one. But if you go on a second one, the odds that you go on a third go up. And if you go on a third one, the odds you go on a fourth go up. And this is how email snowballs because it reinforces this idea of a relationship. Now, you're probably asking an obvious question. Can't you just say the same thing about social media? Like, isn't Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the same thing? After all, you're following one person and you're consuming their content over and over again, maybe every day for months or even years on end. And not really, because think about how you follow someone on a social media platform. You click the button and you keep on swiping, scrolling. It's not really a solitary relationship. When you think about email, you have to click on that opt-in page link. You have to go there. You have to enter your email address, and you might have to click a link to confirm. So you're jumping through a lot of hoops. So my theory is that all these hoops that people have to jump through to get on an email list forms a stronger emotional connection inside the brain. Another reason email marketing is so lucrative is because of automations, which you can never do on social media. For example, you can say if somebody clicks this link and does not buy, send them a follow-up sales email 2 hours later. Or if they do buy product A, offer them product B a day later, or send a testimonials form 2 months later. Whatever it is, email gives you this crazy level of control. So you can follow up with people, you can upsell people. And I want you to think about email automation as like having a 24/7 sales team that never stops to eat, never stops to go to the bathroom. They just pound away trying to make sales, whether it's 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. If you are not using email automations, you are sleeping. Another reason email rules is because of segmentation. You can segment your list in all kinds of ways. For example, let's say you have a high ticket item that's $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, and you know the only people this is right for are past customers. So you can send a highly targeted message to only a limited number of people. Another huge advantage of email is you can test things. You can split test subject lines, email formats, calls to action, whatever. You can't do that on social media. Yes, I know on YouTube you can split test thumbnails, but can you split test 2 entire videos against each other? Email is also awesome for data analysis because I can see which messages people are clicking on, which particular messages are making people buy. So then you can do the really obvious thing. You can crank up the volume on the stuff you know works, and you can get rid of the stuff that doesn't work. Social media, on the other hand, there's very little data on what actually leads to sales. Yeah, you can figure out the number of leads you get from a piece of content, but it's not so easy to know what's actually driving the money for you. Email can also feel very personal. For example, as I've told you, my most profitable emails are plain text emails that usually don't even have a logo on top. So what that means is my messages can feel like messages from friends or families or trusted colleagues. So it feels natural for people to read them. You also have to remember, people check their email multiple times a day. I mean, we keep hearing email is dead, email is going to die, social media is going to kill email. But more emails are being sent every single year. And do you know who are some of the most aggressive users of email marketing are? social media companies. I know LinkedIn is constantly blasting me with emails to sign up for LinkedIn Premium again, which I had in the past. Now, if social media rules, why doesn't LinkedIn just show me messages on LinkedIn? Why are they sending me emails? Facebook does the same thing. Google Ads, they all do the same thing. These social media companies have more data than anybody else in the freaking universe. And what do they use to make money? They use email marketing. Email is not going anywhere. Email is also super cost effective. I mean, you can get an email account for like $20, $30, $40 a month, and it doesn't take a whole lot to pay for that. And that usually includes unlimited sending. That gives you unlimited opportunities to experiment. The cool thing about email is that if you mess up, if you write what you think is an amazing sales email, but it falls on its face, people forget about it 5 seconds later. And you didn't have to spend any money to do it. Maybe you spend 10, 20, 30 minutes writing a sales email and it doesn't work. Big deal. You're out a few minutes. Who cares? Nobody remembers. You're not going to be embarrassed. It doesn't matter. Compare that to doing a big video production or even doing a Google AdSense campaign. Email costs practically nothing except for a little time. One of the best things about email is that if you find a message that happens to land, you can use it again and again and again. You can also repurpose that winning email message into other things. For example, if you find that some particular type of email content really resonates with your audience and they just go crazy for it and they throw money at you, you can say, you know what, I'm going to do a video about that topic because I know it emotionally resonates with my audience and it makes them spend money. Nothing scales like email because it's just as easy to send to 100 people as it is to 1 million people. Again, it's just typing, hitting the button, and it goes out. There's no added expense. There's no complicated logistics to think about. As long as you have your criteria for sending, you just hit that button and it goes. And then your automations can do all the following up. So it makes life really, really easy. You can use email to get really personal. For example, you can email your list with like a 1-sentence message saying, just wondering if you're working on anything you need help with. Or maybe you can email your buyers and say, hey guys, just want to know, what do you think of the new course? Reply to this email and let me know. And you can spark up real human conversations with people. And those don't necessarily have to lead to sales. Even just having people responding back and forth to you can build up your email sender reputation, which over time leads to better email deliverability and even more money. And plus, you can't place too big a value on goodwill, and email is a great way to do it because, again, email feels human. You can send the same message to 50,000 people, and if it feels like a natural human message, they will all feel like it's directly to them, like it's only for them. Now, they kind of know it's all automated stuff. Like when people see a first name in an email subject line, they know it's automated, but it still works. It still feels good to them. If you don't believe me, just try it. Write an email like you're talking to somebody in a bar. You will be shocked at how many positive responses you may get. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I recommend you watch the video that's popping up on the screen now. It's about the 8 biggest lies you've been told in email marketing. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a big favor and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more email marketing and copywriting lessons just for you.